This is a Honda SH150 2010. This is a how-to on removing the variator. So basically the tool that you need is this little wrench here with the two pins. The SH has these little two holes here on each side where you can put the pins in there to hold it, to hold the variator from moving when you're turning it. I also use a 19mm socket wrench. So two pieces are in. Oops, that one's not in. Let's see it. Put that in there. Make sure those don't move. Stick your socket wrench on there. So basically, I just use this. The clutch bell here to hold this so that it holds it. On this side, I basically wrench this side. I don't think this thing's ever been open, so it's probably going to be pretty firm. So, wow, that's pretty tight. Okay. So this is a 1/2" drive. You know, a little bigger, gives you more leverage. So it's loosened up. Take this out. Okay, I have my nut. So basically, let me move the camera a little bit. Let's see better. So basically, you have your nut here. Just over a little bit more. Got your nut here. A little washer. Actually, usually before you take it off the variator, what you want to do is you want to actually squeeze your belt here. So what this does is that it actually gives you a little bit of slack. Later on, when you put everything back, you have more slack. You can do this with the drive face off or on and off or not. Here I can squeeze that in a little bit, gives me some slack. Later on when I put this back, that way it'll be easier. Here I actually reach back and grab the back of the variator, so that way the weight's back here. This back plate doesn't fall off and weights fall all over the place. So this thing has a little bit over 3,000 miles. It's not too dirty, but you actually see, you see belt dust along right here, right? So I'm gonna wipe all that clean. Basically, I'm cleaning out my drive is what I'm doing. I'm gonna wipe it all clean. I'm checking on my variator, check it for wear. What you do is you actually take a straight edge, like a ruler, and put it on here, and you actually see if your face here is pretty much even with the straight edge, and that means it doesn't have much wear. But as it starts to wear, you actually see this face coming down further away from your straight edge. Same thing with the outer face, the inner face, which is the outer face. So this one, both of them are aluminum. So they'll wear evenly. Some variators, the outer face is actually steel, and the inner face is aluminum. So usually it's the inner face that wears out, and the outer face is alright. So I pull off my my back plate here. Actually, I pull it this way so the rollers don't fall out. Roller weights. Pull out the back plate. You see these little plastic pieces here. These are the sliders for the back plate. You check those and make sure they're not all worn out. One way you can tell how worn out these slide guide for the back plate is that usually when your bike's idling, you hear a lot of rattling. That's basically because these things are loose as it's spinning there. This back plate rattles a lot, and that's where that rattling you hear is from. It's usually from that. Also, sometimes a worn roller weights will cause that rattle as well, a little bit. to some extent. So these are the roller weights here, 6 of them obviously. And I believe these are 20 millimeter in diameter by, I believe, 15 millimeter in width. So I'm gonna, so actually both sides is, oops, both sides is actually the same. They both have that plastic cover at the end, so that's good. Sometimes roller weights don't have that. It's only on one side. The plastic on the end here is only on one side, so you have to be aware of when you put it back in the variator. You have to look at which way the variator spins. So the variator is like this, and it spins. You know, if you look at the face here, it will actually spin counterclockwise, so that you make sure that that plastic side is being pushed against the variator as it's spinning, pushing that way. So basically, because the variator is pushing this way, so the rollers, you know, the two forces are coming together. That's where you want that plastic guide is. If you don't have, if it's the metal side, then the metal will actually wear into your variator. So you don't want that. So 20 millimeter by 15 millimeter. So 20 diameter, 15 wide. I'm not sure what weight these are. I don't have my little scale with me, so I don't know how much these weigh. I'm gonna have to get my scale and check, and I'll type that down at the bottom of the text area in the comment area for you guys to know what it is. So basically, what you're looking at when you look at the roller weights is, you know, you look at the face, the round face here, and you're looking for like flat spots, and you know, you basically measure with some calipers, and I don't see. So this bike has 3,000 miles. I really don't see any flat spots on here. I see a little bit of chatter, slight couple spots here and there of chatter. So eventually, those spots where you have chatter, that's usually where the flat spots would develop. One or two spots, a few spots, those flat spots would develop. But this one, you know, the mileage is low enough where I don't have anything. So basically, I'm just gonna clean these roller weights. I'm gonna clean the roller weights. I'm gonna clean the inside. Here are the belt dust. Wipe the inside of the bushing here. Wipe this bushing itself. And what I usually clean with is I use simple green and water and a toothbrush, and clean that out and put everything back together. Remember that, you know, the two interface between the bushing here and the variator, you know, there's no grease in anything like that. So don't put any grease in anything like that. Otherwise, you know, you potentially could cause belt slippage because of the grease. Let's see. That's about it. Usually when I take this off and I clean that out, I usually clean the back here with the roller weights. And as far as the dust and everything here, I usually blow this out. You know, remember that it is dust, so if you do that, it's a good idea to have on some safety glasses and possibly a dust mask, because you don't want to breathe any of the stuff in, or you don't want to get that dust in your eyes. That's usually about all I check. The belt, as far as the belt goes, this thing only has 3,000 miles, so it doesn't really warrant any type of work, or even I don't even need to check it. I don't believe. Honda says, you know, it could go 15,000 miles about before you need to change it. I have a tendency to change my belt kind of early, usually like at 10,000 miles or so. But you know, this bike only has 3,000 miles, so it's still pretty good. So I'm not even gonna bother checking it. I don't remember what the diameter is, but if you do want to change your belt, all you need to do is basically from here you actually take the belt off of the back pulley here. Putting it back on is the tricky part, because right now the belt is actually inside the pulley, and this pulley has a spring in it. Actually, here, let me show you guys, since that spring is actually not too firm. So the pulley here, I could just wiggle this out a little bit. I could even squeeze this and release the belt, right? So let's say you put in a new belt. Now obviously it's not going to go all the way in, and you can see here it's not going all the way in, right? So I just squeeze the pulley and let the belt slide in, and that's basically what I do. So also when you put this back together, you have a hard time putting a belt on here, because you've got to take up some of the tautness and give it some slack. You do the same thing, just squeeze here, bring the belt inside the pulley a little bit more, so that way it gives you slack, so that you can put this back on easy. So I'm gonna clean my rollers and everything, and I will put this back together. That'll be the second part 2.